Victory, there is victory for us. In the struggle for our members, there is victory for us. Ever backward, never in the struggle for our members. There is victory. It's a little Africa struggle, Victoria, Workers Union of Nigeria, and the Senior Staff Association of Statutory Corporation and Government-Owned Companies, SSASCGOC. We are here today to address ourselves, members of the press. Besides, I am very sorry, members of the press. Let me acknowledge your presence here. Good morning, and we are really sorry for delaying the beginning of this spin.
Solidarity forever for the union. When the union's inspiration to the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Your force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one. For the union makes solidarity, solidarity forever, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever for the union makes us. They've taken untold millions that they never toiled to earn. Without the brains and muscles, not a single wheel could turn. We can break those the powers, gain a freedom when we learn. For the union makes us. Solidarity. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever for the union. In your hands place the power greater than the hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies, magnified 1,000-fold. We can give to birth to a new world from the ashes of the old. For the union makes us solidarity, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever for the union makes us victory. There is victory.
But first of all, I want to thank God for this day that He has appointed for this ceremony, and we are glad in it. And secondly, I want to appreciate our comrade, our senior colleague, Comrade Stafiano, the Regional Secretary of ITF, Ayo Ohiwere, the President of the Union, and Mr. Bodunde, Comrade Bodunde, the President of the Senior Staff Association. And finally, I want to appreciate the President General, Comrade Adewale Adeyanju, for his purposeful leadership. There's no doubt that Comrade Adewale Adeyanju has taken the union to a greater height. Incoming administration we build on. He has actually led the union. We have moved forward, and we continue to move forward. Like I said, that I don't have much to say. We are here this afternoon to present our challenges to the world. And in fact, there is no organization that has no challenges. Maritime Workers Union is not an organization. So we are here this afternoon to tell you our challenges and what we want the government to do for us. So I can only wish this press conference a successful one. Thank you.
I was actually come to be part of it impromptu. But however the case, it is our responsibility in ITF to make sure that whatever challenge our affiliates are, we brace up to that particular situation and make sure that we support at any time. That is why I have to, take the challenge to make sure that I have myself here physically, because there is no way my chair of Africa can instruct me to be part of his challenge that I will not be here. So that is why I have to make sure that I'm here with you. But however the case, for the benefit of those that do not have much visibility about what we do in ITF, because I can see the senior staff probably, these are very new, platform for us, and we intend to make sure that we expand our tentacles wherever transport workers are. So in that respect, ITF stands for International Transport Workers Federation, and our primary responsibility is actually making sure that we progress or we advance the cause of transport workers' rights, justice, and equality. Some of you can attest that we've just came out of our Congress in Marrakesh, where we set the ball rolling in trying to make sure that the objective that we have set for ourselves for the next 5 years, starting from now to 2059, pushing forward some agendas. And these agendas are actually primarily meant to advance the cause of transport workers' rights, justice, and equality. That has to do with the future of work, for example, sustainable transport rights, occupational safety and health, equality, which the last Congress has endorsed. So when I heard about this press conference, I think it is very imperative for me to come here and make sure that you have this ITF visibility for us to move and push forward, the objective of why this press conference is being called. And for your information, we had something that looks like this in the aviation sector, because I could see some points that has to do with some benefits that have not been met by the government towards addressing the challenges of the retirees, particularly within the maritime sector. I'm glad to inform you that the Minister of Aviation has taken that challenge, and of course, I'm very confident probably very soon the final payment of the Nigerian Airways benefit will now be concluded. I have to attest to you that. So we are ready in ITF to make sure that whatever challenge that you have in the sector, we are ready to make sure that we follow suit and provide the kind of advice and leadership that you require for those challenges to be addressed. You have no doubt with our capacity, with our connection, for example, I'm sure I don't think you have any problem. And of course, with the new Vice President of ITF, who is actually coming directly from your fold, I think you have all reasons to praise ITF, to making sure that you are always with, we are always with you in terms of some of the challenges that you are likely going to go through. So in brief, as I've told you, this is just an impromptu, remarks that I'm trying to make, but however the case, probably during the press briefing or after the press briefing, I think I will be ready to make sure to shed more light on how we are to come in so that we can, help you in trying to address these challenges, because I am not supposed to unveil what the content of the press briefing. After the press briefing, then we'll talk more in details about the content of the press briefing and how we intend to make sure that we assist you. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to come here and be with you. And be rest assured that ITF is going to be with you at any time, any moment, because this is your right and this is our responsibility to actually respond to some of these challenges, because we have been doing it globally in almost every country. So we see no reason why we shouldn't do it here in Nigeria, because Nigeria now appears from a record of having one of the highest number of membership declaration that we have in ITF. Just of recent, our friends from the road transport workers have declared additional members of 240,000, which is now amounting to about 400,000 membership declaration. I think road transport is now second in the world after the railway union, in India. So we have every cause to make sure that we do that. And of course, again, I'm not here to give you the details, but we have an opportunity, apart from Adeyanju, who is the chair of ITF Africa and the vice president of ITF, we also have Najim, who is also a board member of ITF. And of course, me being Nigeria, I think this is also another advantage that we can see how best we can foster the muscles that we think we have to make sure that we, address some of these peculiar challenges that you have, particularly in the maritime sector. So as I've said, I'm not here to expose the content of the press briefing, but after the press briefing, we can discuss in details on how we can move forward in this matter. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best.
And to also welcome into our midst the ITF Regional Secretary, our own leader, a supporter and helper, comrade. Permit me to use the word comrade. Comrade Safiano, you are welcome. You are welcome, sir. And the WO2, you may not know who that one is. Comrade Ayo, you are welcome, sir. Well, what can I say other than to appreciate, first and foremost, the leadership of the Maritime Workers in Nigeria, in person of our President General, Comrade Adewale Adeyanju, for all that he's doing to ensure that not only that seafarers in this country have their rightful place, but also Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria. We just returned back from ITF conference at Marrakesh, and issues concerning seafarers were addressed. Issues, some of which the regional secretary just mentioned, issues on discrimination. ITF frowned at racial discrimination and gender discrimination, and there is fight for equality for every seafarer, irrespective of their nationality, and also irrespective of their sex. And that is also the same thing that we are also doing here. The same thing goes to issue of abandonment, issue of collective bargaining agreement, having reasonable wage for seafarers all over the world. And of course, issues concerning the well-being of seafarers and also their mental health. But here in Nigeria, we have specific issue concerning the aged seafarers. I know the President General is going to address it and is going to be talking about it. We've been on this for over 28 years of men that serve this country with all their strength, with their youthful age. And after serving, all they had was their gratuity, which was a peanut. And of all this while, we've been fighting for their pension to be paid. I'm using this medium to also appeal to the government. Recently, they set up a committee to look into this payment. I know the PG is going to address it, but since I have the opportunity, let me also lend my voice.
Good afternoon, sir. Our guest, Mr. Safiano, we really appreciate you, sir. And I want to use this medium to thank the PG, because the name of maritime industry today has gone far. And on his tenure, during his tenure, all these things are happening. And if you have to say it today, I'm the happiest person. Because the PG is a core dock worker. And I, Comrade Ohize, am a dock worker. During my own time, my PG is the Vice President of Africa, Chairman of Africa, and Vice worldwide. Our elders, we said, now your head better. Yes. During my own time, it happened. I want to appreciate you, sir. You never disgrace maritime. God will not disgrace you. And I want to tell you one thing, sir. All the Maritime, the 4 branches were behind you. All the president were behind you. And you are going to succeed. May God bless you, sir. PG, we want to use the opportunity to say thank you. We appreciate you, the good work you have been doing. It's not in doubt. And that is why I've always stepped out to say you are the 001. And there's no contention about it. And it has remained. Comrades, I only want to indulge this house to please note that opportunity like this is what we use to address our matters. I pray that our issues that may be contained in the press release that will be granted today, that the voices of the voiceless will be sent through that message to the government to look at our welfare and ensure that whatever that will be contained thereafter, the government will take measures to ensure that the life of Nigerian workers are best put in the best perspective. I pray that God will grant us our heart desire. I wish the message and I wish the press conference a goodwill, and may Almighty God, Almighty Allah bless us. Thank you.
In PG and our senior comrade from Kenya, all other protocols, yes, that is where his office is. So, Nairobi, Kenya. And I know you flew in from that place a few days ago. So you're welcome, sir. And I want to use the opportunity to welcome you to the Maritime Workers Union headquarters. Let me use the opportunity to stand on the already existed protocol. Comrades, today we are celebrating a man. Why are we celebrating him? It's because of achievements. And these achievements cannot come true without the support of you workers. And so my own is to give you an accolade that you have done very well for supporting our noble PG to achieve all that he has achieved. So my own is to give you 3 powerful boza. Boza, boza, boza. Why am I giving you this boza? Because you have kept faith with the leadership of President General of Maritime Workers Union. And because of that faith that you have kept, he has been moving stronger and stronger. PG, sir, we pray that you keep moving higher and higher in Jesus' name. Thank you, and may God bless us.
Is that when you are with your friends, with a group of friends, when you are moving, and somebody said, look at your father. If it is a drunkard, some people will say, is that him? But when your father have done very well, without even anybody telling you who is your father, you always find a way to what? Associate with him. So you have taken your life to that level, where some of us have seen you as a father, even though you don't say anything. You have done very well. And I also extend this to our brother, Safiano, who is currently at the aim of affair in the Secretariat of ITF Africa. You are a brother. When your father will tell you some certain things in the house, said, mindful of that man, be mindful of that man. Anytime, any day, when our father would say anything about you, he will always say the good side of you. Meaning you are a good friend. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you. Let me also take it to our brother, SSASCGOC, the only president, as they said, that who is among the president in the maritime sector. Senior. You have done very well. In fact, it's not yesterday, the day before yesterday, my boss, my father, my leader was telling me, he said, he has never seen this kind of human being upright. Not just only him, people from your place telling us that this is the only time that they have gotten a president of senior staff. Please, keep it up. May God bless you. May God bless you. And I knew for sure, in any good outing of leaders, there are good people that who follows them. As my brother have said, we all are behind 3 of you that are representing us. Thank you, and God bless.
A dedicated, committed leader. I think whatever accolade or whatever everybody is saying today, he contributed to the success that the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria are enjoying today. We want to thank you on behalf of the union. Thank you for what you believe in as a Nigerian. Thank you for taking us higher. We want to appreciate you on behalf of Maritime Workers of Nigeria. Equally thanking my brother here, WO2. Thanking you for the support. I think I need to go straight to the press briefing proper. We all know what is going on in the port today. All is not well in the sector. And we pray all is going to be well with this press briefing we are about sending the signal out to the government. Thank you, the senior staff present, the only senior among the presidents. I want to thank you for your support all the time. Thanking you for your proactiveness in all ramifications. I appreciate you all the time. Thank you very much, and your executives. Well, state of the maritime sector. Fellow comrades, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media, good afternoon. We welcome you to this media briefing on the state of the nation's maritime sector. It is with deep sense of duty and responsibility that we stand before you today as the leadership of the two house unions in the maritime sector. That is the Maritime Workers of Nigeria and the Senior Staff Association of Statutory Corporation and Government-Owned Companies, SSASCGOC, to address you on the state of the maritime sector in Nigeria. This is especially important now in view of the strategic and serious role our sector plays in determining and facilitating the economy of our nation's local and international trade. 1. Signing of shipping sector minimum conditions of service. Affirming our cardinal goals of commitments to unity, progress, and relentless pursuit of better working conditions of our members, we are proud to announce the groundbreaking achievement of securing a minimum condition of service for our shipping branch members. This landmark event was made possible by the intervention of the well-meaning Nigerians, notably the immediate past Minister of Transportation, Alhaji Muazu Sambo, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola, CON, as well as part and President, Executive Secretary, and Chief Executive Officers of the Nigeria Shippers Council, Honorable Emmanuel Jime, and Barrister Pius Ukeyima Akuta, MON. Worthy of mention is the role of members of shipping agency, clearing and forwarding association, and other well-meaning stakeholders who united to put an end to this injustice which has plagued the shipping sector for more than a decade. This landmark agreement stands as a testament to the commitment of those vested with our welfare. They have shown commitment to fair treatment of maritime workers while elevating industry standards. However, it is with a sense of disappointment that we bring to the attention of the general public the unfortunate denouncement of this landmark collective bargaining agreement, CBA, by Hub-Blight shipping companies and it is blatant refusal to abide by its provisions. We must state here that Hub-Blight is known for its 100% interest casualization of its workforce. This company solely depends on outsourcing of all its operational process. It is also known to repatriation of the company's huge profit back to their home country. We therefore wish to use this medium to sound a note of warning to Hub-Blight management that the union will resist the action with all it will take, including closing down all ports, terminals, jetties, and oil and gas platforms nationwide, should this blatant disregard for the CBA agreement persist. Introduction of haulage and border terminals operations. We wish to draw your attention to the expansion of our operational jurisdictions with the recent incorporation of haulage, barge bonded terminals, and jetties into our activities. funding of MWUN, and promoting safety of inland waterways. In light of the tragic accident and incessant loss of life on our inland waterways, we urgently appeal to the federal government through the Ministry of Blue and Economy to provide increased funding for MWUN, ably led by Mr. Bola Oyebamiji. We believe that such funding will ensure MWUN is well equipped with necessary machinery, personnel, and sundry resources to enable it enforce robust safety measures and prevent future occurrences of such accidents. Protecting the lives of those who rely on our waterways is a matter of utmost importance and should be met with corresponding urgency. Delay of payment of pension to aged seafarers. Another pressing concern that we must raise is the delay in finalizing the pensions for our aged seafarers from the defunct Nigeria National Shipping Line, NNSL. The union implored the committee tasked with pension verification to submit its report promptly to allow for the timely disbursement of these long overdue pensions. Many of these retired workers are in their need and will not resist until their rightful benefits are delivered. CRFFN, financial independence. We also strongly advocate for the financial autonomy of the Council for the Regulation of Freight Forwarders in Nigeria with autonomy. CRFFN will be better positioned to meet its obligations, including regular salary payments, while also strengthening critical partnership with other agencies such as the Nigeria Customs Services and the freight forwarders. The independence of CRFFN will enable the CRFFN to fulfill its regulatory responsibilities more effectively. On this note, we wish to express our gratitude to Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola, CON, Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, for listening to our appeal and ensuring prompt payment of months of salaries hold our members. We thank you, sir. And through you, we also thank His Excellency, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu, GCFR, for providing the enabling environment and instrument to grow and harness the potentials of the marine and blue economy sector. Resuscitating issuance of biometric ID cards for dock workers. We also call for the resuscitation of issuance of biometric ID cards for dock workers and seafarers identity document, SID, to ensure timely and proper identification of these Thai workers. This essential document contributes greatly to the efficient and secure operation of our workforce to be processed without any further delay. Institutionalizing Dock Workers Day. Additionally, the union are requesting that NIMASA should institute an official Dock Workers Day to signpost a significant step in recognizing and appreciating the vital contribution of dock workers to our nation's economy. Renewal of licensed operators. In the face of recent workforce retrenchment, as well as the growing anxiety with regards to our job security in the ports, the union urged the federal government to expedite action on the renewal of licenses for terminal operators who have provided a means of livelihood for a large percentage of our teaming members since 2006. We wish to know that the terminal operators provide employment for majority of our members cutting across the dock, the shipping and seafarer sector. And so, whatever effects affect them will inadvertently have direct effect on the welfare of our members and untimely to their employment. As it currently stands, the job security of our members, which we consider sacrosanct to hold on to renewing the terminal operator's license. We therefore, that necessary renewal of this license will provide stability within the workforce and stem rising tension among our members. Resuscitation of the tally clerks and gangway security men police system. As a union and social partner in the enterprise of ensuring continuous flow of accountable income to the nation, we have continuously called on the relevant authorities to resuscitate the pool of tally clerks and onboard shipgaway security men. We believe their presence in the port will strengthen the port's income flow through proper and effective keeping of records of volume of cargoes that come in and go out of our ports. I would like to stop here where the senior president of Nigeria Port Authority will continue from the last paragraph of this press briefing.
However, we wish to affirm that jetties play a very important role as a leading and storage point for goods and services. Service is to stress that the jetties also dot corners and crannies of our littoral chart, but there is a visible lack of presence of MPA and NIMASA personnel in all these places. The absence of these categories of personnel has made the jetties to become a veritable ground for perpetration of criminal activities and having for economic sabotage. This has also led to unchecked inflow of banned commodities into the country and means of loss of huge revenue to the nation. Consequently, we advocate for the urgent employment of workers across maritime agencies such as MPA, NIWA, NIMASA, and the Shippers Council, Nigeria Shippers Council, to man all these areas of efficiency, improve security, resources accumulation. Again, this employment must serve to enhance safety, oversight, and provide more job opportunity for Nigerian youth within this sector. Implementing minimum wage. We wish to also express our disappointment that the recent minimum wage that was approved by the federal government and the consequential adjustment have not been implemented by some government agencies and parasitas, which our organization are part of. Our members, like all Nigerian workers, deserve timely adjustment to their wages that reflect current economic realities. We call for immediate compliance by all relevant bodies in the maritime sector. Port infrastructural development. We also emphasize the need for comprehensive infrastructural improvement across Nigerian ports, including the region of Calabar, Warri, One, and Port Harcourt Port, with focused development on key apron and specific projects at BUA in Port Harcourt and Eco Marine in Calabar. Particular emphasis is on the need to constantly dredge the Warri Port, whose breakwater has been notably and critically damaged, to enable safe navigation and improve berthing capacity for ships and vessels. 50% from IGR of some government parasitas. Gentlemen of the press, you will recall that in 2023, the two house union, Maritime Workers Union and SSASCGOC, jointly addressed you on the proposal of deduct 50% of revenue collected by the Nigerian Port Authority. We maintain our stand, and the deduction will actually affect the capacity of MPA to meet its statutory obligation. We are aware and express our gratitude to the, although we are aware and express our gratitude to the federal government for reducing the deduction to 30%, but requesting for total cancellation. Presently, it is 30/70, but we are telling the government to give us 100% because of their responsibility. Proposed Above B. May we also reinstate our opposition to the Port and Above B, which was at the National Assembly. The union are resolute in our opposition to this bill. Giving it any further hearing for consideration by the lawmaker will lead to colossal job loss as well as loss of revenue to the government. Needless to stress, the passage of this bill can lead to avoidable shako in the sector and in the politics. Manning dry port. Lastly, we bring attention to the need for increased personnel to strengthen oversight of dry port operation. This will increase MPA involvement in the managing this critical area and boost financial base. The House Union urged the federal government to act on this request promptly to ensure a safe, fair, and efficient maritime environment for all stakeholders. Underpayment of charges, fee, and rate to MPA. It has come to the knowledge of Maritime Workers Union and SSASCGOC that a company in Port Harcourt Port, which initially got sole approval to operate as a jetty, has upped its operation to that of terminal. Sadly, in spite of this, the said company has continued to pay jetty rate to MPA, thereby underpaying the MPA and constituting economic sabotage. This practice is spread to other companies and is seriously undermining the capacity of MPA to meet its maximum yield. We use this opportunity to call all concerned authorities to take necessary action and nip the practice which bleeding our economy in the bud. Conclusion. Under our watch, the Senior Staff Association, MPA, and the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria remain unwavering in its commitment to the advancement of the Nigerian maritime workforce. We look forward to collaborative action from the government, agencies, and other stakeholders to address these critical issues and foster sustainable progress within our industry. Thank you. Signed by Comrade Prince Adenyeju Adewale, Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, and Comrade Akin Bodunde, SSASCGOC President, Maritime Branch. Thank you and God bless.
Can you know the amount? Because we are here to sit down with the government to negotiate their pension buyout. And like I said earlier on, that we have done what we call physical verifications of those affected workers in the defunct NNSL. Up to now, the committee saddled with the responsibility have not come out with a figure involving the number of the seafarers and their next of kin. Even some of the next of kin, too, that are supposed to collect the right of those retirees. Some of them are dying every day. So it's so pathetic, and it's unbearable for Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria to continue to allow our members, those that brought in what we call seafaring to this great country, the heroine and the heroine of this nations, where their rights have not been given to them for the past 28 years. And we are appealing to the Minister of Blue Economy, Alhaji Adegboyega, to make sure that the committee are living up to their expectations to avoid industrial disharmony that is about to happen in the maritime sectors. Because there's no how the union will follow terms and allow those, our old fathers, those patrons that have paid their dues in this great country, them to be dying every day. So we cannot tell you the actual figure. Rather, the committee have not come out with a number of figures involved in those retirees. Thank you.